Hello, hello, hello. Y'all, let me make sure I can see and read the comments here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is the first time you've been in one of my live streams, my name is Brill. Welcome to the Pedestal Wife Society. Let's talk about it. Y'all, I'm not even going to hold you a long time for becoming a dream girl because this is a topic that I have talked about consistently. If you were to go back on the channel, on the page, you'll see that I have consistently said to become your own dream girl. Let me explain what you're missing. And you're going to be like, oh my God, bro, that is so easy. Because it is. You're only missing one little thing for being or becoming your own dream girl. Do you know that girl that you imagine yourself to be? Anytime you left a conversation and you thought, I wish I'd said that. I wish I'd have wore that. I wish I'd have done that. I wish I'd have thought about that. That is your dream girl that you desire to be. That is the key. That's the missing piece that you're missing. If you want to become your own version of that dream girl, one of the things you need to do when you have your time alone, when you're thinking about what you should become or what you want to become or what you desire to have in the future, are you that girl now? Are you satisfied with the image that you have in your head of yourself? Are you okay with what you see? And is that what you're manifesting? Or is that what you're envisioning? Is that what you see when you're alone? If it isn't, you need to get closer and closer to that young woman, to that dream girl, that better version of yourself. How do you do that? A lot of us don't realize it's the mental that we need to level up. We need to level up mentally before we level up physically. Maybe in that dream, in that in the vision, the vision that you have of yourself, and when you're in these conversations or in these spaces, or when you sit by yourself alone, away from distractions, when you imagine yourself achieving something, accepting something, getting something, being complimented, being on beaches, being in spaces that you want to be in. Are you her yet? Are you her that yet? Are you that girl yet? If you're not, it's time to start becoming a better version of that woman. And you're just one alter ego away from becoming her. You're just one alter ego away from becoming her. And I don't want to get to the gist of creating an alter ego, but I will talk more along the lines of that dream girl, because all of us do this to ourselves. When you're thinking about, some of you are wanting to get married. When you're imagining or envisioning your wedding, do you imagine the woman that you currently are at that wedding? Or are you imagining yourself to be a lot slimmer, to have makeup on, have better clothes on, to have shining skin? What are you imagining in that moment? You're one alter ego away from being that dream girl. This means maybe it's the mental part that you need to level up. Maybe you are her, but when you find yourself in certain situations, you always walk away saying, "Oh, I wish I said that. Why didn't I think of that? Why couldn't I be that witty?" And you walk away desiring a different outcome than what you left behind. Level up mentally. Make sure that mental part of aspect of becoming your own dream girl is there, that you've done the work there. Another thing is, when you imagine at being at your wedding, are you her? If you're not that girl yet, and you imagine tweaks or some changes being made, like maybe the dress, maybe the makeup, maybe the way you speak, maybe the way you communicate, maybe the way you socialize. I'm not quite sure what it looks like for you, but every one of us has we envision what we want for ourselves. And if we are not that girl, if we don't feel like we're that it girl, we're not that girl, we're not that dream girl, it leaves left a lot desiring, a lot left on the table. And what we need to do is start becoming, you're literally one alter ego away from becoming the dream girl of your dreams. And that could be dressing. It could be something simple as dressing. I hate to say be that basic, that simplistic, but it could be maybe you need to up level or level your wardrobe. Maybe the colors doesn't match. Maybe the clothes are too big. Maybe the clothes aren't in the type of style that you desire. Maybe it is something that you need to level up as far as your dress. When you're envisioning the woman that you want to become, or the one that you see, the one that's experiencing all the exciting things in life, maybe the wedding, maybe the vacation, maybe out with her husband, maybe out with her kids, maybe on a beach. I'm not sure what your dream is, but I know that every woman envisions that perfect moment, that perfect setting where we are that girl, we are that it girl, we are that dream girl. What is keeping you from that version of yourself? Is it your mentality, the way you think? Do you feel like you're not witty enough? Do you feel like you don't know how to communicate? Do you feel like you're not dressed appropriately? Do you feel like you don't fit in? Do you feel like you're hiding? What is it? What is keeping you away from being the dream girl of your dreams and become the better version of that? Because if when you close your eyes and you're thinking of that perfect moment and you're not it, you're not that girl, you're not her yet, you have work to do. You need to continue to become the better version of yourself, the better version of that dream girl that you desire. So when you envision that special moment, that perfect setting, you're her. You're her. You're the ideal. So there isn't any more level. As you don't look at it as though, and some of us don't. Even if we do be that ideal girl, we don't say, "Oh well, look, we need to do some more work in that area." You know, it depends on what you're dreaming. But if you want to level up and become that better version, your own version of dream girl, figure out what is that missing piece. What is the missing piece from you and her? Is it your mentality? Is it your communication? Is it your femininity? Is it the way you dress? Is it the way you communicate? Is it you overall? Do you not care for the woman that you are when you look in the mirror? When you look in the mirror, do you feel like you're so disconnected from becoming that better version of woman that you daydream of being someone else, or you daydream uh, of doing something or saying something in order to have that perfect moment, that perfect setting, that perfect thing for yourself? You're one alter ego away from your dream girl, becoming that better version. So you can level up mentally, you can change your dress, you can change your image, you can practice your affirmations, you can act like her. Think about it. Have you ever, and I don't know if I've experienced this prior, like I've experienced this, and I'm quite sure you all can relate. Have you ever been in, maybe, I'm not going to say a conflict or a confrontation, maybe you were having a conversation with someone and they said something pretty witty and you never had a comeback. You kept thinking and you walked away from it feeling like you didn't get to say your piece because you didn't come back with your own witty comeback. You feel like that conversation got the best of you and you wish you'd said something different. This is what I'm saying. Uh, Becoming the better version of yourself, you you're able to connect more with that, and you don't feel like you left anything on the table. You don't feel like you didn't say or have that witty comeback. You have an understanding of conversation, communication, and you know what needed to be said, and you said everything that needed to be said when you had to say it. But when you have more moments of that, you realize that you're still waiting for something. A lot of us don't realize that's what's happening. When you do that, you're still working on yourself. You're still waiting on something. You still feel held back, feel like you can't say something, or maybe you don't feel like you found your voice yet. Maybe it's the person that you're having a conversation with is somebody that you never feel like you win in the conversation. You never feel like you get to speak your piece. You always feel like you're not seeing the right thing. It's always the wrong thing. And that is another reason to continue to level up mentally, level up your communication, your conversation, so that you don't feel like those moments that you have to engage, that you didn't say what you need to say or speak your piece. Because I know I've experienced it. I've experienced where I've been in a conversation with someone and I'm like, why didn't I say that? I don't have it. I don't have these lapses often, but sometimes it's like, why didn't I say that? Why couldn't I think of that? Oh, she said something. It was a zinger. It was nasty, nice, nasty. It was awesome. Why couldn't I think of that? My thing is this: becoming a better version of yourself, becoming the dream girl of your own dreams. You level up mentally, physically, spiritually. You level up and become her, so you don't walk away from conversations, or you don't walk out of situations feeling like you didn't speak up for yourself, that you didn't say what you needed to say, that you didn't show up for yourself in the manner that you need to show up for yourself. Becoming a better version of yourself, sometimes it's just looking at what you're holding back from. What is holding you back? When you envision yourself in perfect settings or that perfect moment or when you're proposed to, who is that woman? Are you so far disconnected from her that you know that you still have a lot of work to do? Or are you there and you're just trying to sit in that moment and enjoy it? Becoming a better version of her is basically closing the distance. That's what it is. It is closing the distance between the woman that you envision and the woman that you are. When you become the woman that you envision, you are the better version of yourself. And it doesn't mean that you stop growth. It doesn't mean that you sit down and you go to sleep and there's nothing else to learn, nothing else to do, because we can always continue to be better. We can always continue to work on ourselves and to grow and not just be stagnant, because anything that does not grow is dead. So there's nothing wrong with growth, but think about it. How far are you from the woman that you envision when you think about when you're proposed to? How far are you from the woman that you envision when you think about when you're on that beach? How far are you when you think about that perfect moment, that perfect setting, or something monumental in your life? How far are you from that woman currently? It's just distance. It's just you're one alter ego away from the dream girl of your dreams. And if you haven't done the work, start today. Because we have to stop living in our head and get outside of our head and start leveling up. If that takes leveling up mentally, if that takes leveling up physically, if that takes dressing like her, if that takes speaking like her, if that takes going out and communicating in the manner that she would communicate, we need to do the work so we can start becoming a better version of ourselves. We need to do the work so instead of envisioning a whole nother being, which is our alter ego, the woman that we wish we were, the woman that we dreamed that we could be, we are her now. We are her today. We are that woman. And if that is you, if you are continuously dreaming, if you're continuously when you think about that perfect moment, that perfect setting, that perfect thing that you're involved in, and you feel like that you're envisioning a whole nother woman than who you currently are, then it's time to get on the path of leveling up. It's time to level up your whatever it requires, because it may just require you leveling up your mentality, your thinking, your conversation skills, your ability to mingle, your ability to make new friends. Whatever she is doing that you're envisioning, that is what you need to do in order to become that dream girl, to become the better version of yourself. As long as you continue to envision a whole nother woman, as long as you continue to envision a whole nother woman instead of the woman you are, you're so far away from making that happen. And that's something that no one is going to tell you. People encourage dreaming and manifestation, but they're not telling you that if you continue to envision being somebody else in your visions, that perfect setting, that perfect moment, you're so far away from actually experiencing that perfect moment, that perfect setting. If you envision yourself 10 pounds lighter and you're not currently doing that work or doing what's going to take to get there, you're so far away from actually experiencing the vision that you have for yourself. You're so far away from envisioning and experiencing that dream girl moment. This is what you need to do to bridge that gap. You need to make sure that whatever you're envisioning, you need to do the work on it. If it is weight, if it is your looks, if it is the way you dress, if it is the way you communicate, if it is your friends, if it is vacation, if it is relationships, it's time to do the work in order to obtain those things. Because as long as you envision another woman, it's like you're watching your story play out, but you're not a part of it. And this hinders you manifesting any of those things for yourself because you haven't become the woman that you envisioned to have those things. And that is the issue with the dream girl thing. This is the reason why some women never get there, because some women are still stuck in that place of imagining herself at 20 pounds lighter with a big rock on her hand, married with 2 kids. But how far are you from that vision? You're alter ego away from the dream girl that you want to become. You're just moments or the things that you need to do in order to acquire those things from being able to manifest that very thing. You cannot manifest the things that you want in life if you're so far removed from it. That means if you're constantly looking outside of the story instead of being a part of the story, instead of doing the work to make the story happen, you can't have that thing. And that's something they're not going to tell you. I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that is the to me, that was the special sauce. That was the key for me. When I want something, if I start to envision it as I am now, I immediately, it tends to come into my life. I tend to be able to have it. But if I'm outside of it and I'm watching it play out and I'm outside of that story and I'm watching her live that life and I'm not doing anything to acquire the things that she has or do the things that it's going to get me those things that she has, I'm too far removed from it. And that's the thing that no one is telling you. I don't see anyone really talking about this part of it. Because trust me when I tell you, manifestation, the Bible does it, and it tells you these things. You have to envision the vision first. So if you're so far removed from the vision, you're thinking and dreaming about this dream girl. You're dreaming about this girl who is 20 pounds lighter, who wears makeup, who can speak correctly and communicate and mingle and laugh and has these zingers and has nice, nasty down pat. She knows what to say. She has so many friends. And she's so far removed from you. This is what's preventing you from getting to that next level, because that girl is somebody else. She isn't you. If you want to become the better version of yourself, you want to become the woman that you envision, start getting closer to what you envision. If she is 20 pounds lighter, lose the weight. If she knows how to communicate and has to throw those zingers back and she has those one-liners down, start getting around people to communicate and mingle and meet other people so you can get your communication skills down pat. Start being her today, not tomorrow, not a year from now, not 2 years from now. Start doing the things that can bring you closer to being that dream girl so you can be the best version of yourself and you can have exactly what she's having. Why are we sitting outside our own stories? Why are we sitting here watching and daydreaming and envisioning another woman live the life that we desire? You're over here daydreaming about your life, daydreaming about having 2 kids, living in a house, living and having the life. What is preventing you from having it? You're one alter ego away from being the dream girl, and you don't even realize it. You need to start doing those things that you envision, the things that you have said, oh, I'm not going to do this until I achieve this. Start doing it today. The things that you're saying, oh, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to put on makeup. So yes, my dream girl version, she wears makeup every single day. Start doing it today. Go into the MAC store, go into makeup places and get some assistance and help. There are people out here who their job literally is to help you with makeup, to help you figure out what's going to be the best makeup look for you. So stop envisioning a woman doing something that you can do today. If your dream girl version is a woman who travels, book your trip. Why you ain't on that trip now? Why haven't you booked it? Even if it means going alone. It's in the time when you do things alone that you get to learn more about yourself. Don't be scared. There's plenty of trips that you can actually book where you can go with a whole bunch of women. So if you don't want to go alone, see if a sister will go with you. See if you can book on one of those tours and go. But stop looking and daydreaming and envisioning and seeing your dream girl doing things that you haven't even attempted. Your dream girl seeing things that you haven't even attempted. Y'all, I got something in my eye. I don't know what's up with my eyelashes these days. All right, so let's see what people are saying. I'll take a break and make sure my eyelash ain't trying to come out. Hello, Pastor Wise. How are y'all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm imagining I'm at my best. Yes, I wish I was more quick with it. Hi. If you're imagining at your best, what does that look like? That is what we have to do in order to obtain that dream girl status, to become the better version of ourselves. We have to start, instead of daydreaming and envisioning that happening for us, we need to start putting the pieces together and start doing those little things that's going to get us there. If it requires putting on makeup, figure out what that looks like. Trust me, y'all, I've been wearing makeup since I was 16, but I've had to make some adjustments. I'm one of those women that when I go outside, since the summer has started, I have to change foundations already because I get darker and I actually tan a little bit in my face. So I understand the complications that come, especially as a Black woman, when it comes with makeup. But trust me, it is worth it. It is absolutely worth it to give you that polished look that a lot of you are desiring. And I'm quite sure that as your dream girl, becoming a better version of yourself, is she barefaced? Most of us are not dreaming or envision ourselves being barefaced. Not majority, okay? Most of us have a little bit of razzle dazzle, a little bit of makeup on our face. Some of us, it's clothing. It's clothing. Some of us sitting back here saying, well, I don't know what to wear. Nothing really fits me. Y'all, there's someone who does that too. We live in a world where people make money off of helping you look beautiful. They will help you figure out your colors. They will help you figure out what to wear. They will help you figure out all these things. Stop sitting here daydreaming and envisioning yourself becoming this well-dressed woman who has her makeup and her face is beat to the gods. She smell good. She is 20 pounds lighter and you ain't doing anything. If you're not doing the work, you're further away from becoming the better version of yourself, the dream girl of your dreams. And if you're envisioning someone else entirely living your dream life, then that person gets to live it, not you. Let me say that again. If you're daydreaming and envisioning someone else to live that life that isn't you, they get to live it and you do not. And I hope you understand that because it's so true. If you want to manifest the life of your dreams, you need to get closer and closer to the dream that you have for yourself, whatever that looks like. If that means upgrading your mentality, maybe you don't feel like you deserve to be in the room. Maybe you don't feel like that you deserve to be in a healthy relationship. Maybe you're still dealing with trauma, wounds, and insecurities. Deal with it. Deal with that, level up and level up mentally. Maybe you don't like the way you dress. Get the help. Because trust me when I tell you, there's people out here that will take your coins and help you level up the way you dress. There's people out here who will take your coins and help you level up your makeup. Go to a Walgreens and ask for a beauty consultant. Absolutely. There's plenty of people who do this for a living and they absolutely get paid to make sure that you look your best. If you're envisioning something and the reason why you're not trying to level up is because you're waiting on something, why are you waiting? Because as long as you're waiting in order to obtain or be that dream girl or have that better version, everything is on hold until you stop waiting. If you're on hold and just waiting, you can't achieve the things and levels that you want in your life. My daughter's dancing in front of me. Yeah, she's so silly. Yeah, y'all, it's summer now. Children are out. Children are out and about. So I cannot be alone every now. But do not allow you to prevent you from becoming the dream girl and a better version of yourself. Do not allow it because you feel like you don't speak well, or you feel like you don't know what to say, or you feel like you don't dress well, or you feel like you're not small enough, or you feel like that people aren't going to like you. It's time to get closer and closer to the dream girl version of you and become that better version. Instead of saying that you can't have it or you can only have it when that happens for you. Become the dream girl today. Start removing the blocks that you put in front of yourself of being that woman, because you're dreaming about someone else's life, because you're not her yet. You're not there yet if you're consistently looking at it and being outside of it. When I daydream or I envision myself into that next level and the next level for me, I daydream and envision the woman I am now. She doesn't have to be smaller. She doesn't have to have more makeup on. She doesn't have to speak a certain way. She doesn't have to be married a certain amount of time. She doesn't have to be in a perfect situation all the time. All she has to do is be that dream girl and the version of that I desire to be. That's all you have to be. You're one alter ego away from being her. You're one alter ego away from being the dream girl of your dreams and becoming a better version of yourself. Do not stop. Stop dreaming and not doing. Stop allowing these things to keep you from becoming her. Understand it will take a plan and strategy to become who you want to be. It won't happen because you watch videos. It takes work. Step by step, the level up takes action and it's ongoing. Absolutely. Absolutely. And since it does take a plan, and if you know you're holding back, if right now the reason why you don't go out, you don't meet, you don't mingle, you don't go out on dates, you don't do any of those things because you're scared of what you're going to say, do the level up, because a lot of y'all are getting in your own way. Because honestly, if I was to be honest with you, there's been so much information that's been released on social media that so many people are getting scared of saying the wrong thing. Y'all think that if you say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, you're going to scare away the person that's for you. And I'm telling you now, anything that has your name on it, You won't scare it away. Even if you make a mistake and say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, they will come back around and do a whole 360 and have a conversation with you. It's called communication. So stop being scared because someone told you if you say this or do this, he's going to run away. If you do that or go here, he's not going to want to be with you. To me, it sounds like too many rules. It sounds like too many rules. And feminine energy, we don't do too well in too many rules. That I mean, we are considered chaotic for a reason. So too many rules is holding you all back. Y'all are holding you back because you're waiting on something that you haven't even attempted to do. So you're waiting to go out here and be you and live your life and become the better version and the dream girl of your own dreams, but you haven't attempted to do anything to do so. So you have held yourself back, but you're still waiting on something to happen. What are you waiting on? This pedestal wife said it correctly. Create a plan and a strategy. Remember, that's your healthy masculine energy. With that plan and strategy, your feminine energy is the hope and the dream. Utilize both of them in order to actualize your dream girl, to become that better version. You can't do that if you're sitting back waiting for something to happen. What are y'all waiting on? Y'all waiting on the zombie apocalypse, or you waiting on for some magical moment, or you're waiting for someone to come in your life and tell you this, okay, let me do that for you. It's okay. Go do it now. Go do it now. Time waits for no man. It's not going to sit around and wait for you to do the work in order to become a better version of yourself. It's not going to wait for you to become your own version of Dream Girl. It is not going to wait for you to sit down and figure out what it takes in order to become her. If you continue to dream about her, but you're not becoming her, you're getting further away from the dream, further away from it manifesting, further away from it happening for you. Start becoming her today so that you become more, because one of the things that happens with becoming your own version of Dream Girl is you become more confident in your dream and the things that you want to obtain. You become more confident in going after what you want in life. You become more confident when using your voice and speaking up for yourself. You become more confident when you realize my name is on it. There's no way I can miss it. There's no way I can lose it. There's no way I'm going to miss the boat. You're not. But a lot of us is keeping ourselves and holding ourselves back because you're waiting on that last 5 pounds. You're waiting on learning how to put makeup on. You're waiting on how to speak well. You're waiting on how to make more friends. You're waiting on all these things instead of creating a plan and a strategy to accomplishing all the things that are keeping you from becoming that better version of yourself, that dream girl. Because as long as you continue to dream about an individual that you are not yet, you're keeping yourself further from becoming, actualizing, and living that actual dream. That is the thing. We hold ourselves back when we feel like we haven't earned it. And that's the reason why I tell you all to continue to become the better version of yourself and your own dream girl. Because as long as you feel like you don't deserve it, you hold yourself back. As long as you feel like, oh, I can't have that until 10 pounds. I can't have that till I start wearing makeup. I can't have that till I learn how to speak well. I can't have that till I know and understand etiquette. Y'all have a lot of different reasons why you can't have something. And instead of holding yourself back, start getting a plan and strategizing and figuring out how to obtain those very things that are holding you back, because you need to have self-confidence in getting and obtaining those very things. And you will create your own self-confidence when you do that. That is the one thing that I love about moving and becoming your own dream girl and becoming the better version of yourself, because each and every time you accomplish something that you dreamed of doing or saying or happening to you, you become more confident in the things and decisions that you make in your life. That's the beauty of it. It goes hand in hand. Your self-confidence rises as you become the dream girl and the better version of yourself. And then you're able to take more risk and do more things. And you're not so concerned about, did I do it right? Did I do it right or did I do it wrong? You just take life by the horns and you just do it. Exactly. Time does not wait for no man. It doesn't. Time just keeps going. It does. It's not going to stand still for you to figure out what you desire and go after it. It's not going to stand still for you. It's going to continue to move on. Next year is still going to come, even if some people won't be here for it. And that's the truth of the matter. That's realism, realistic. I like to be a realist and be realistic about certain things. That's that masculine energy. But becoming your better version of yourself, whatever that looks like, the dream girl that you imagine, that you envision, what separates you from her, and then go after it. Whatever that is it the clothing? Is it the speech? Is it the friendships? Is what is keeping you from her? What is keeping you from obtaining the very things that you envision? And go after it. Create a plan and strategize. Stop thinking you have tomorrow or you have the next day or you have the next day to become the better version of yourself and be that dream girl. You don't, because time doesn't wait for anybody. Before you know it, I'm going to be another year old. And I want to see more of my pedestal wife community to level up and become your own better version and your own dream girl. I want you to obtain those very things that you envision, because all of us have something that we envision happening for us. What's separating you from that vision? What's separating you from having to obtain the very things that you envision? Then start doing it one thing at a time. You don't have to take it all on at one time. If it's the entire thing that you're looking at that you feel like, hey, it's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe some of y'all are looking at it from that perspective. It's a lot, Brill. It's not like one thing. I got a lot of things that's holding me back. I'm very shy. I don't know what to say. I feel out of place in the room. I feel out of place when I'm dating. I feel out of place. I feel invisible. It's my looks, my image. I don't like the way I look. I don't like what I wear. I don't like my makeup. When you start knocking it out one thing at a time, create a plan and strategize, and start creating separating you from that dream girl. Start getting closer to the dream girl that you envision. Stop constantly envisioning her and her doing and accomplishing so many different things, but there's a wall between you and her because you haven't started doing the things that's going to separate you from her. The goal is to become her, not to watch her. Did you hear me? The goal is to become her, not to watch her. This means you want to become that girl that you envision. You don't want to continue to watch her or daydream about her life and what that's going to feel like and what you're going to do and what you're going to say and what you're going to have and how it's going to feel. You want to be her. In order to be her, you need to do the work that's going to become her. So that means if it is taking etiquette class, take some. If it is getting someone to help you with your makeup, baby, people are in business making lots of banking coins to help people level up their looks. Go and hire somebody. If it means a wardrobe, hire someone to help you with your image. Hire someone to help you with your conversation. Hire someone to help you with dating. Hire someone to help you with these things instead of continuing to daydream about somebody that you haven't become. Start becoming her. If you want to become her, you have to start doing the work to become her. You have to stop just dreaming about someone that you aren't. You're one alter ego away from your dream girl. A lot of us don't realize that. The alter ego is a shortcut. The reason I ain't really going into detail about the alter ego, because the alter ego is someone that I'm going to talk about in the workshop tomorrow. If you're in the dating workshop, that's tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to receive a link and we're going to get together and I'm going to explain to you about the alter ego, because some of you all don't understand that. Sometimes you can use the alter ego as a shortcut to get to the dream girl. And that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. But we're going to, let me read this question here. Not question, this comment, because it's a good one. Quantum leap do happen when a person changes their habits to push them. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you have to actually do the change. You can't continue to watch a story, envision, or daydreaming. You have to start becoming that person. Whatever you imagine yourself to become or to be, you need to start doing the work to become her. You need to stop sitting around daydreaming when he's going to propose or what it's going to look like and the house that you're going to live in, the car that you're going to drive. You need to start becoming that person now. What does it take for you to become that person? What does it take for you to become that person that you daydream or envision? Then start doing the work to become her. If it is makeup, if it is clothing, if it is a mental level up, if it is your image, if it is getting out there and being on the scene and dating, what is it? Start doing it. Create your plan and strategy. Thank you for the follow-up for the dating workshop tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to teach the alter ego, because some of us need to realize maybe you're not ready for the dream girl yet. The alter ego is your shortcut. It's still a path to the dream girl, but it's a shortcut temporarily so you can start experiencing the things that you want to experience now instead of later. But your dream girl, what is keeping you from her? Why aren't you her yet? Why, when you daydream or you envision things happening in your life, you don't daydream who you currently are. You daydream who you want to be. And when you daydream who you want to be, what does that look like? Because a lot of us don't realize that we're doing that. And as long as you're doing that, you're preventing yourself from manifesting or quantum leaping into that reality. You can't have it because you're not manifesting, you're not envisioning, or you're not actually that person yet. You're envisioning your future, maybe, or who you want to be, but you haven't done the work to become her. And since you haven't done the work to become her, you're not getting access to be able to quantum leap to be her. And I'm going to talk more about that because that is important. Like I said before, I manifest with the Bible because a lot of the terms and a lot of the information that y'all are getting from manifestation, the original owner is the Bible. And a lot of these things, if you're not envisioning the vision and making it plain, and you're not doing the things that's going to make that happen for yourself, you're further and further away from becoming the dream girl of your dreams. You're not becoming a better version of her. And a lot of us don't realize that we do this. When you envision that happy moment, that perfect setting, that thing that happened that you're waiting for in your life, you don't dream of it as the being you currently are. You dream of it as the woman who's confident. You dream of it as the woman who has that quick zinger or has that nice, nasty down pat. You dream of it as that woman who is well dressed or has her makeup is beat to the gods. You imagine it as someone else. And that's the reason why it's so far removed and so far from you. And this is the reason why I want you to get further and further and closer to becoming that better version and the dream girl that you imagine to be. But in order to do that, plan and strategize. Level up mentally if that's the issue. Dress like her, talk like her, go to places like her. Start doing the things that you imagine your dream girl to do. So you become her and you can get closer and closer of being her instead of dreaming about her. And that's how you manifest her and you can quantum leap into her life. But y'all know I hate using words like that. I like to use it. I like to make words I like to make it very plain and easy. And that's how you can do that. That's how you can do it plain and easy and manifest the dream or the desire for you that you want or you desire. You can manifest it by becoming her. Become her, become that girl, instead of just dreaming of someone else living the dream that you have. Instead of dreaming of someone else accepting that ring, become the girl that accepts the ring. Become the girl that is invited to the parties. Become the it girl. Become the popular girl. Because some of us, that's what the dream is. Some of y'all, not us, some of my young baby pedestal wives, some of y'all dream of becoming that popular girl that is always out on dates, always out on scenes, always being asked out, always the life of the party, always in the midst of things. So you dream of becoming her. What is separating you from becoming her? What will it take? Start doing the work, and then you can basically quantum leap into that very life that you desire. But I don't see any questions. I'm getting ready to close out because I do have an engagement here in the next 15 minutes, and I don't want to really be late. But I don't see any other questions. But let's go ahead and just do a quick review. If you're going to become that dream girl, the girl that you always dream of, in order to separate, get closer to what you desire, what is it going to take? If it is leveling up your mentality, do it. If it is leveling up the way you communicate, do it. If it's leveling up the way you dress, do it. If it's leveling up the way she acts, do it. Start connecting more with the dream girl that you desire to become. And stop looking outside of that, because the more you look outside of that, the least likely you will experience it. And that's something no one tells you. But I'm going to tell you, the longer you continue to dream about someone else living your dream, she will live it and you will not. So I want you to start becoming and getting closer to the dreams of your desires of your heart and becoming that dream girl. Start doing the things that's going to get you that outcome. Have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Yes, and yeah. We're planning on doing some things on Sunday and Monday and enjoying Memorial Day. But I know I have to go because I do have an engagement. I'm actually a little late. But I wanted to make sure that I spent some time with you all because I know I haven't been here. But trust me, I'm getting some things done in the background, and I'm going to be able to come and do more live streams. So just keep a lookout for the upgrades that are coming your way. Thank you so much, Pedestal Wives, for spending some time with me. I will see the Pedestal Wives is going to spend time with me at the workshop tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will receive a link in your email. So make sure you're checking your email that you signed up for with the workshop. And we're going to spend a couple hours together just talking about dating. And I'm going to teach you how to do a shortcut to getting that dream girl life. And I'll see you all on the next one. You all have a great day. Bye.